If you're anything like me, you are without a doubt a massive fan of the 2021 iPad Pro in combination with the Magic Keyboard. The Magic Keyboard offers one of, if not the best typing experience of any keyboard case for the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Then there's that ultra-smooth integrated glass trackpad designed to elevate your iPad OS computing experience, and to top it off, the Magic Keyboard is very conformable to everyday situations. Enough so where it is nearly frictionless to take your iPad Pro on and off of the Magic Keyboard whenever you want to change context. Conformability allows you to easily change from keyboard mode to tablet mode to maybe even drawing mode without skipping a beat and nothing more than a flick of the wrist. That high degree of conformability creates two chinks in the armor, so to speak, with the iPad Pro and the Magic Keyboard solution. First, no matter whether you're using your iPad Pro inside or outside the Magic Keyboard, the sides go unprotected. Now that second problem is that the $130 Apple Pencil that you just purchased to go with it, it can easily become dislodged from the iPad during transport. If that sounds like a problem that you're trying to solve, you are in the right place, because in today's video, I'm going to review the CoverBuddy for the 12.9-inch 2021 iPad Pro. I'm going to tell you what the features are, I'm going to tell you what it excels at, I'm going to tell you what it's not so great at, as well as who should and definitely who should not buy this. I'm Mike, this is Tech 24/7 TV. Let's get started. Now, before we get in the review, YouTube tells me that 90% of you that are watching today's video, yes, you, are not subscribed to the channel, and that is a real shame because I love my iPad. I love making iPad content like these cool accessory videos that you are watching right now. So do me a favor, click subscribe right down there, turn on notifications because you don't want to miss future content that's coming out, including my full review of iOS and iPadOS 15 when Apple drops it this fall, as well as I got some accessory videos for all you iPad lovers out there. Say hello to the CoverBuddy from SwitchEasy, a thin fit case that is designed for the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro and costs $47.99 or $49.99 respectively. Now these cases are available in either black or white, and they're designed to match the aesthetic of both your iPad and the Magic Keyboard. The CoverBuddy works with the 2021 iPad Pro, meaning that the product accounts for the added thickness of the M1 iPad Pro in addition to the change in the speaker grills. Now there are model-specific versions for the 2018 and the 2020 iPad Pro, which are a little bit less expensive. Now if you're looking for that product or even this product, I got links down in the video description below, right below the like button. The CoverBuddy is not a new product, and I've reviewed several iterations of this product in the past, always arriving at the same conclusion. And truth be told, I have a love-hate relationship with the CoverBuddy. As I mentioned in the beginning, I have two concerns when it comes to using my iPad Pro with the Magic Keyboard. First, how do I balance protection for my iPad Pro while using it both with and without the Magic Keyboard? And two, how do I minimize the risk of losing or damaging my Apple Pencil when it is connected to my iPad Pro? Now, in order to address that question, let's look at how the CoverBuddy is designed. There are two core features which make this product usable with the Magic Keyboard. First, the CoverBuddy supports power pass-through using the pogo pins on the back of the CoverBuddy. The pogo pins are what allow power to pass from the iPad Pro to the Magic Keyboard while maintaining the intended functionality. Second, the CoverBuddy contains a thin layer of magnets allowing it to magnetically attach to the Magic Keyboard. Now the magnets are not very strong where you'll be able to use this maybe magnetically attaching to your refrigerator, your stove, your dishwasher. That's not that strong, so don't get any ideas there. As this is a thin fit case made entirely from plastic, the protection afforded is going to be minimal. You should be able to avoid most bumps and bruises associated with everyday usage, but your iPad Pro will not walk away unscathed if you drop it, say, from table height down to the ground. The CoverBuddy is felt lined on the inside, suggesting it shouldn't leave any marks on the back of your iPad Pro, and there's a dedicated space to store your Apple Pencil, allowing it to conveniently and securely charge, meaning that you should see a decrease in the amount of times that your Apple Pencil disappears after you put it into your bag, in your purse, or similar. As I mentioned in the beginning, the CoverBuddy is made specifically for the 2021 iPad Pro. It accounts for the added thickness in the iPad Pro and the change in speaker grills. Well, you would think that you would have complete, unfettered access to the device and all the ports around the device. Well, not exactly. It really kind of irks me at a fundamental level of who I am as an individual that the ports don't line up. Some of them aren't straight. It seems like sloppy design. I don't know about you, but let me know in the comments below if this is something that bothers you. For me, it's just like, I don't want a product that you want to not put the time in and make things look nice. It just seems, again, haphazardly put together. That brings me on to my next point, which is I've reviewed 3 of these CoverBuddies, one for the 2018 iPad Pro, one for the 2020 iPad Pro, and now this version. At best, they're inconsistently designed, and at worst, I would say they're more frustrating. So you need to make sure that you understand that if you're someone who has very little patience for, I would say, lack of kind of thoughtful design, when you pick this up, you are probably not going to like it. That's the first thing that you have to understand. because you can't use normal sized Thunderbolt cables with this when you have the CoverBuddy on. Now, maybe you aren't someone who is plugging in external drives to your iPad Pro. I think if you bought a 2021 iPad Pro, that might be the case. But I would tell you that if you are using it with an external drive, you probably have to find different Thunderbolt cables where the jacket is not as thick, where it fits in there perfectly. Now, I can tell you from my experience, I have yet to find one, but if you do, let me know down in the comments below because I'm looking for one as well. And that goes along with USB-C plugs, dongles, and any other cables. If you have an Apple branded USB-C cable, that should work without a problem. The cables that I have that are Apple branded all work. There have been people in the past that have told me that they've used sander to sand out and make that bigger. To me, that's not worth it. I'm just not going to buy the product. Whether or not you do that, that is up to you. Now you have to ask yourself, is this product for me? Well, I've got 3 reasons why it is and 3 reasons why it's not. You buy this if you're looking for extra protection at a reasonable cost. There are other products like the Pitaka Magi-Z, which is a little bit more expensive. It does accomplish mostly the same thing. It doesn't have a way to secure your Apple Pencil, but there are other ways that you could accomplish that with buying a pencil case, say for $10. You also buy this if you're looking to balance usability with protection for your iPad Pro. Many cases that you see on the market today, either you can use them inside of their protective case, but you can't use them with the Magic Keyboard. You have to take the product out of the case itself. Not necessarily worth it in my opinion. You also buy this if you're looking for a way to secure your Apple Pencil, but as I mentioned before, there are other ways to accomplish that, many ways to skin a cat, so to speak. You don't buy this if you care about practical usage. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, the cutouts around the bottom where the USB-C port plugs in, it's not shaped for larger size cables, which would prohibit you from using a Thunderbolt cable. You would have to take this out of the case, which is more of an inconvenience than anything. And you don't buy this if you own the 2021 iPad Pro with the first generation Magic Keyboard. I have both the first and second generation Magic Keyboard. If you put your iPad inside of the CoverBuddy and then try and close the case on the first generation Magic Keyboard, it doesn't close all the way. The case itself will remain open, which is kind of an inconvenience. It actually happened with the previous CoverBuddy for the 2020 iPad Pro. It does say on the case here that it works with both the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Smart Folio case. And it says it's fully compatible with all Apple keyboards. Well, that's not necessarily a true statement now, is it there, CoverBuddy? Now, truthfully, I think the CoverBuddy does accomplish both of these. I wouldn't say it does it particularly well. And the price would suggest that it does excel at that because it's not necessarily a low-cost accessory. It's $50 for something that you've already paid $800, $1,000 for, and you spent $300 or $350 on the Magic Keyboard. But I'd love to know what you think about this. Are you going to pick up this product? Do you think it's worth the $47 or the $49.99 that CoverBuddy's charging? Let me know down in the comments below. If you have any other questions, I'm in the comments. I'm very active. I am Mike. This is Tech 24/7 TV. Folks, I will talk to you in the next one.